Come on in the room. Late night Bucks after dark. Bucks winning tonight, 118-89. It's a little past 1 a.m. on the East Coast. But we still here. We still here. We show up, we do the job. We didn't show up like the Lakers where LeBron ain't want to play no basketball. Is it a coincidence? LeBron said, what is this schedule? 6 games, 8 days? Didn't show up. Luka Doncic didn't show up. Bucks showed up tonight, 118-89. Come on in the room. Doc is our doctor, writes our scripture, gives us our medicine in our room. We are live. Creeps to the crossover group there.
Chris King.
Justin.
Yeah, man. Wow. It's fun. Bucks after dark. 118-89. I saw. I want to appreciate you if you're coming on in the room. If you're in the room with us tonight or this morning, if you will. We got work in the morning. We're gonna try to make this one short, quick, sweet. As we proceed throughout this morning's program. I'm a little under the weather, but we're gonna make it work tonight. 118-89. Your Bucks are back 9 games over 500. They easy win tonight, and interesting because you had so many people throughout the game. I mean, this is like where we are as Bucks fans, where you just actively have people now. I'll say it's 1 a.m. I don't know who's listening, and probably not many people at the moment. Maybe you'll watch this back, but there are so many Bucks fans now. You can tell they're hate watching. They are hate watching their own team. That's how sad it is. You are hate watching your own team. You want to see the Bucks lose. It's one thing for other fan bases to want to see the Bucks lose. It's a sad state of affairs where Bucks fans are actively rooting against this basketball team. They are upset about every little thing. Tonight, the Bucks were up basically double digits the entire game. I mean, as soon as that flurry they had with the fourth back-to-back threes. After that, I think LA got it to maybe 9 at one point in the game, in either the second or the third quarter, maybe it's the second quarter. But outside of that, maybe it's third quarter. It was a double. You're up 10-11. You were up basically 10-14 the entire game. And then into the third, you just run away with it. And it's a lot of talk, but this was about the ass. Belt ass. And you got people crying. You got Bucks fans crying about this performance tonight. You held the Lakers to 89 points. I know. Well, they didn't play. This person didn't play. So then they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Didn't the Knicks just lose to the Hornets tonight? Didn't I see Denver just lose to Washington the other night? Do y'all watch the NBA? Didn't I see the Indiana Pacers had a miracle win against the depleted Dallas Mavericks? They shouldn't have. They went to overtime tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. Both teams clearly trying to tank and lose the game. And you sit here and we beat LA by we could have beat about 50 points. And y'all crying about that? You did what you were supposed to do, man. Enjoy the victory. 118-89 Bucks. Let's do a recap tonight. Giannis 28, 7-4, 2 steals, 1 block, 9-15. He was a plus 19 on the night. Brook Lopez 11.7 boards. Get at me on the Twitter at TCIIESQ in the chat. We'll talk to you there too if you're there. Tori Prince 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Ryan Rollins tonight 10 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. 3 of 11, 2 of 7 from 3. But I thought Ryan Rollins was all over the place. Like defensively, Ryan Rollins made a case to stay in, to get not to start, but to get back in the rotation. He made himself a case. Very handsy. Just deflections all over the place. I don't know why you look like that. Deflections all over the place. He was in great position all night. I mean, I was I was impressed with the play of Ryan Rollins tonight. And I was also impressed with the play of Kyle Kuzma. 20 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, 9 of 16 shooting. Didn't make a 3 tonight. He was a plus 23, no turnovers. I dare somebody come here and try to tell me about Kyle Kuzma tonight. That's back-to-back good games from Kyle Kuzma, stacking them up. What I said the other day, I don't know when Redacted scored 20 points. Tell me the last time Redacted scored 20 points on back-to-back games. I don't remember. Kuz is Kuz got that thing rolling. I mean, he has a nice little sweeping hook. I mean, I like it. He's got to get again. And this is my last thing I say. I don't know what the last thing I say on Kuz, but the one thing I say on Kuz is, again, I just don't see. He will take 1 or 2 bad shots a night, but for the most part, his shots are either open or they're in rhythm. If he misses, he misses. But to me, Kuzma's process has been good. It really has. Even on bad shooting nights, the process was good. Same with Ryan Rollins tonight. Process was good. He missed a lot of shots, but he took a lot of open threes. He just missed. It's okay. Take out who didn't miss. Gary Trent Jr., 23 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, 6 of 10 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3. Kevin Porter Jr., 3 points, 4 boards tonight, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 of 5. AJ Green still got to find his way. 6 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 of 5, 2 of 4 from 3, plus 28. Pete Nance scored. Pat Conte got in the game. Action Jackson got in the game. Your bench got in the game. Let's go to the other side. Dalton Connect, 17 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 5 of 14 from the field. Nasty work. Markieff Morris, 9 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. Nasty. Jackson Hayes, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Nasty. Goodwin, 8 points, 8 boards, 5 assists. Nasty. Gabe Vincent, 9 points, 2 boards, 4 assists. Nasty work. Shake Milton, 4 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Nasty. Hey, them boys was garbage. Them boys stunk. Hey, bright spot though. Bronny James. I'm gonna 17 points tonight, career high, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Like Bronny James looked like an NBA player tonight. I'll give him that. 7 for 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. It's a minus 36, but I mean, I'll just say he was out there and he looked like an NBA player. Like he was the Lakers' best player for sure tonight. Again, the only thing I don't like is that they treat him like a Make-A-Wish kid, where like that. Like he had 17 points, he had a great game, and the only highlight they got is when he turned the ball over trying to get past Giannis. He had Giannis on skates. You got to finish the play. He had Giannis on skates. Like that's the thing. That's the only thing about Giannis. That's what people don't watch. Giannis doesn't mind being behind you. Giannis doesn't mind. Giannis doesn't mind you getting past him, and because again his stride so long. He's trying to block a shot from a chase down from behind you anyway. So it's not like just because you got past it doesn't mean anything in the first place. And he threw the ball away. I don't know. I didn't understand the low light highlight they tried to do there. But 118-89. Yeah, I don't have a lot to get into on this, just game wise. I thought the Bucks were good. I thought the process was good. Offensive, I thought everything was good. Giannis got himself to the basket. Got himself to the free throw line. 10 or 12 from the line tonight. It felt like he took a lot of free throws. 10 or 12, I'll take that. That's 83%. Good job. I know some people. Another thing I say about Giannis, I know a lot of people say that it doesn't look like he's finishing the way that he could be or should be. That he looks like he's still maybe hurt. I don't know. I mean, I thought he attacked very well. Maybe could have been a little more forceful, but again, maybe this is him. Maybe this is him taking a step back and trying to preserve himself a little bit. Came down the ankle pretty hard, but he stayed in the game, so he's okay. No Damian Lillard tonight. Oh, the other thing we got to talk about, we didn't talk about this before the show. We got to talk about that team meeting, but we can talk about that in a second too, with Doc and them boys. But yeah, man, I thought they did everything they're supposed to do. And defensively, again, that's my thing that I want to hang my hat on for the Bucks. How do you play defensively? Because defense travels, defense goes on the road. I'm telling you, just go back to 2021. Look at those games and how many, especially against that Brooklyn series. How many? Like I think there was one of the games like it was one like 89, 83 or something like that. Like you got to be able to win these low scoring games and play defense at a high level. And the Bucks did that tonight. Again, I understand the Lakers were shorthanded, but again, when you're playing a shorthanded team, treat them like a shorthanded team. And that's what the Bucks did tonight, 118-89. I was proud of the guys, got to win, and they badly needed it on this road trip. Because again, I still think they can go 3-2. You got Sacramento, you got Phoenix. Go beat them. You can get through. What did I say? Go 3-2, find a win. You found your win against the Lakers tonight. You lost 2. It's okay. Find your win. Now go beat Sacramento. Go beat Phoenix. That's what I saw. Chris, what you see?
Yeah, I think this was a game where I was just happy that the Bucks were able to take care of business and, just get back in the win column. We've been having these shows where we thought maybe we could take advantage of some depleted teams and just hadn't been able to do it. But tonight we did it in emphatic fashion. I thought this was a night where you were kind of seeing some of that experimental stuff that we were trying to get at on some of these shows, right? Like AJ Green now coming off the bench. You get Ryan Rollins and you let him go. And that's good to do that in a win as well by, 30 points. Yeah, Ryan Rollins, to me, I thought he played well. I thought, yes, he didn't shoot the ball well, but it was the timely buckets for me with Ryan Rollins. There in the first quarter, I think it was, he knocked down a big one to increase our lead to about 15, something like that, 12, 9, whatever it was. And we never looked back from there. So, and his, just activeness, we've talked about the length that he brings on defense on this show, and we see that, his athleticism. He's able to run with some of these young guys. Gary Trent Jr. as well, like some of that experimenting stuff. Yeah, he didn't start, but he played a lot of minutes. Kind of played a little bit. You got to take it with a grain of salt because Dame is not in the lineup, so he kind of gets that role of shot creating and stuff like that. But really impressed with him coming out and just being a microwave. And I'm just happy that the Bucks got a win and we move.
Yeah, I want to really sit here and sorry guys, I don't have the Doc Rivers stuff. Lost my AirPods today. I don't know. We'll find them though. The funniest thing though out of all this, and we know ESPN and all these other networks, they're gonna run with this Bronny stuff. They're gonna talk about nothing else. It's gonna be Bronny this, Bronny that. I was laughing when you were doing the opening monologue because first thing that came across my phone from Yahoo, Bronny James career night. You lost by 30. You lost by 30. And I get it. There's a bunch of dudes out, like all their hoopers, allegedly, but somebody got to score the ball, right? So, yeah, but I do give them credit. Shout out to the homie D Hunt that follows us on Twitter, D Hunt 608, big Lakers guy. Bronny finally looked like he belonged tonight. I'm not going to take anything away from him on that. But at the end of the day, it's funny that we're celebrating the killer crossover with the turnover. It's just that, it's Church's chicken basketball. That's what it is, man. Get a whole lot of chicken, but not a lot of substance with that chicken, man. But for our guys, man, Gary Trent Jr., amazing basketball game tonight. I thought Brook Lopez, he's really starting to perfect that touch inside the paint a little bit more, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him on the offensive night. Another big guy that he could take advantage of with Lynn starting in the middle and whoever else they had, Jackson Hayes. He's a freak. He's athletic. He's absolutely all of that, but he's skinny. So he can't do nothing with Brook or Giannis. It's a lot of talk, and I'm sure we're going to hear it tonight, and we'll hear it on the Twitter and everything else. So we beat a team with a bunch of G League dudes and all that. When you lose 5 out of 7, you can't cherry pick wins. You got to go get a win. Indiana Pacers aren't giving back that win against the sorry Mavericks or the sorry who they beat, the Nets. Last thing, man, you can't sleep on any team in the NBA. We've seen this Bucks team without Giannis and Dame go beat a playoff quality team in the Minnesota Timberwolves. This Lakers team pushed, and I know they had Luka the other night, but they still beat the Denver Nuggets, who was ahead of them in the standings. So while Indiana's winning, we got to find a way to win basketball games too. While the Pistons are winning, we got to win too. So I'm happy with it. And if we would have lost this game, chat would have been going crazy on that. So we got to go out there and we got to go crazy tonight, man.
Right. That's the thing. If you'd have lost 100%, people have been upset. You went about 30 people upset. It is what it is. And by the way, didn't we beat the Lakers when they had Luka the other night? Didn't we beat them? Okay. Maybe I was forgetting that. So it didn't really matter. Tish says, "Hey fellas, nice little win." That's always that little backhand. Hey, nice little win. That's a nice little win. Pedro says, good game. Rick Hamilton says, game ball. Kuzma. NYC Demon says, I'm strictly here to see what Kuzma haters say. Lag says, Kuz was great tonight. Richard says, let's not overhype the win. Play the G League lineup. King Nas 24 says 30-point blowout. Lags, yeah, y'all doom in a loss, so we should celebrate the win. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, Mustafa Hassan says, nah, Guru, we in the effing building. There we go. That's what I want to see. So yeah, and then Siabonga Sithole says these people are crazy. You know, the 11 King says Kuz was playing against lightweights tonight. But again, you do what you're supposed to do, and you put belt to ass, and you take care of it. Like that's all, you know, that I was concerned about, was that they went out and they took care of business. And again, they looked very good doing it. Like I get it. They played a scrimmage. It was a scrimmage play, G League team. They look like a G League team. Somebody in the chat said it was varsity versus JV. It looked like varsity versus JV tonight. Like Giannis, you know, rear back, got to the rim. Just again, it was just a solid night, man. Just a solid night. And then as soon as the threes start falling, you just get in very good shape. What the Bucks finish from three? The only thing I did have an issue with, I saw a lot of offensive rebounds for LA. But let's see, the Bucks finished 11 of 35 from three. LA was 11 of 32. So I mean, again, you get the same 3-point percentage, but you beat it, or excuse me, same amount of threes made, but you beat them by 30. So I mean, you'll take that. Let me see. The Lakers got 14 offensive rebounds tonight. The Bucks did have 10. So I thought, you know, they did a decent job there. But again, you really just got to box out. That's part of boxing out. That's a part of being aware. And I thought, to me, one of the biggest points, then we can move on, you know, with you guys giving your thoughts. But the biggest point, I would say the biggest part of the game, one of the most impressive parts of the game to me is how somebody says, oh, yeah, okay, this is hilarious. We'll get to that in a second. But one of the biggest parts of the game to me was, I think, early in the game, but because there was a point in the game, second, third quarter, but where the Bucks kind of let go of the rope. You know, they knew they were going to win. It was whatever. But I think it was early in the first, loose ball, Giannis was, first to the floor to go get it. And you saw the excitement from the bench. You saw the guys hop up when that happened. And so it's just one of the things, set the tone early. And that's what I liked about it. They didn't play down early in the competition. Again, they did, you know, throughout the course of the game, let the foot off the gas. And very understandable. But this could have been a game where it was really nip and tuck for a much longer period. And the Bucks didn't allow that because they came out, punched LA in the mouth, had some urgency. And that's what I was more concerned about. The urgency, what they looked like, how engaged they were. And I thought they were engaged and focused from the beginning of the game. Whether shots fall or not, inconsequential. But are you engaged in the game? And if you're engaged in the game, that means whether shots are falling or not, on the defensive side of the ball, it's going to show up. And defensively, the Bucks were locked in. Again, at a few Jackson Hayes moments where they let him go to the basket a couple times. I didn't like that. But outside of that, very, very good sound defensively all over the floor.
Yeah, especially when you lose that second quarter. You know, you think about, okay, now it's an 11-point game. If they get a couple buckets, well, the Bucks just didn't look back. Like I said, you know, they came out strong and were able to increase it to about 20, and then they just moved on. Yeah, this was a win where, you know that Giannis is going to take control though, and that's what he did. I thought, you know, without Dame, you know what Giannis is going to do, and he did just that. Getting to the free throw line, making his free throws too. I thought just timely free throws. I don't know what he shot exactly on the night, but he shot it well. And yeah, a lot of good things all around the board. Like you saw Kuz, you know, when you talk about, he was a lot more controlled today getting to the rim. Like I saw him, I think it was against Trey Jemison, where he kind of did like a dream shake, but like that's the kind of versatility he has in his bag, and we just need to allow him to unlock that because a lot of times it's where those turnovers come, it's rushed. He's rushing and trying to dump off a pass last second or whatever, and then he also did some decent things on the offensive glass too, in finding his points there. So overall, just a good game from the Bucks.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and I don't know if this is the one you're talking about with that dream shake, but I remember the spin baseline with the hammer that he threw down too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good basketball move, man. I just, it doesn't matter what time we play. If we play at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, we play at 2 o'clock in the morning. The Kuzma hate is going to be there, and for whatever reason, it's like, man, the first girlfriend that left you, you can't spend all your time dwelling on that first girlfriend that's gone. Shorty gone, she moved on to somebody else. So we got to do the same thing, man. So instead of cheering, like we got to create some type of challenge, man. Like for Sammy and the other Kuzma haters that are here, we got to create something that's going to force you to buy a Kuzma jersey, whatever it is. We think an incremental number, something like that, and you got to put it on there and you got to send us a picture, man, because it just baffles me, man. Like the guy played good. I agree with you wholeheartedly on the offensive rebound thing. I think that's a case of missing Bobby Portis, Jericho Sims, as well, man. And you really got to get back there and you got to box out, man. There's a couple times where Giannis didn't do it. Brooke was tied up with Lynn. But even it's not just those two big guys, though, right? You need your Torian Prince, you need your Ryan Rollins. Those guys got to get it down there and get gritty in the paint if we want to get those rebounds. It's an all hands on deck thing. But there's nothing to complain about tonight. There is nothing. You win by 29. You go out and beat the hell out of a team. Shoot, everybody got their belts out tonight. What can we be upset about? And again, we've lost 5 out of 7. Find a way to win.
Yeah, some of these comments are just ridiculous. William Arrange here, super chat says, good to see Giannis rested. I think personally Ryan Rollins should move into that shooting guard spot. Having someone able to handle the ball other than Dame might help him and can hit spot up shots. Good comment from William there. We're going to talk about, and good foresight, because we're going to talk about that starting lineup as well.
Why does everybody got to have a hot take? Why is it now that it's Damian Lillard's fault? You know that he's sitting out and then the Bucks win by 40 without him or whatever it is. Like at the end of the day, like we always say, it's an NBA season and these things are going to happen. Guys are going to sit out. Games are going to go different ways than we think. Just a part of the NBA.
Yeah, no, this is 100% the NBA, and it's as if some people, I say some people, do y'all only watch the Bucks? Do y'all not watch other NBA games? Because it doesn't appear so. Like, no hate, only facts. On a 30-point victory, Damian Lillard has ruined the Bucks. Even Bronny scores on the Bucks. That's how awful the Bucks. Glenn Rivers, like, what are we? We're just yapping. We just talking. Then DJ Droop again. Did you watch the game? We got to talk about your boy Ryan's defense. He got cooked all night by Bronny and Dalton, 2 rookies. Did anybody? I'm just asking the chat. Did anybody come away watching that game and thinking Ryan Rollins got cooked defensively? Like, it was, to me, the complete opposite. Like, Ryan Rollins to me was very good defensively.
Well, Bronny made a couple of basketball plays on him, but there's a reason why the kid was recruited to USC.
Somebody got to score. They only put up 80 points. Somebody got to score.
And as far as Dalton Connect, he scored majority of that stuff when Ryan Rollins went out the game, when it was the backups of the backups.
Yeah, in the fourth. Yeah.
Pat was just running. He had like, I don't got his numbers. He finished with 17.
He started off like 1 of 8. Like, he started off terrible.
Yeah, that's not Rollins' fault, man. And Bronny made a couple plays. That's going to happen. Listen, every one of these guys in the NBA from seat 1 to 15 on every roster can play ball. So they're going to get a bucket. And if you put our G League dudes in there, one of them would have 15. Didn't we have a guy that had double digits when we played OKC that time in OKC? It happens. And it was a G League lineup. Yeah, you can't nitpick your 29-point win. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and again, to me, the thing I had in my head and wrote down before as I was watching the game was havoc. That was the word I wrote. Havoc. Ryan Rollins caused havoc in that for the backcourt for the Lakers. So yeah, put up some points, cool. Before the majority of the game, and also, again, Bronny came in as a backup. Rollins started the game and was so I don't know if all those matchups were totally correct, but I just totally disagree that Ryan Rollins got cooked. I disagree with that.
How many turnovers did Connect and James have tonight? Bronny and Connect.
Connect had 3. Bronny had 4. So they combined for yeah, your boys combined for 7 turnovers. You're just sitting here telling me they cooked everybody all night. 7 turnovers between the two of them.
And is it fair to say that Ryan Rollins probably led to more than 60% of those turnovers tonight with his defense?
I wouldn't be surprised. And Lakers had 19 turnovers. Rollins had 3 steals. Again, can't even count the deflections. He had a block that was really nice on Gabe Vincent. Again, you talk about a guy who he shut down. Gabe Vincent was that was a starting point guard matchup. Point guard to start the game was Ryan Rollins on Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent was 3 of 12 tonight, 9 points, 4 assists, 2 turnovers.
You mean that Gabe Vincent had 28 points for the Miami Heat on the game 2 on us in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay. Great Spurs, D, Ryan Rollins. He wasn't cooked.
Yeah, that Heat culture wore off a little bit there. But yeah, man, I just disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly on that. I do want to ask you guys about some of the questions that came in the chat and even when we get to the Twitter as well. This starting lineup for the Milwaukee Bucks. Again, what did Gary Trent have today? 23. Gary Trent had 23, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 6 of 10. Taurean Prince, 6 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, 2 of 5, 0 of 2 from 3. What are we doing? I mean, are we do we move? The refrain I see from a lot of people, again, I think it used to be, well, let's put AJ Green or Gary Trent there. The AJ Green train has kind of cooled off because AJ Green's been slumping a little bit. So, and then I see some Kevin Porter stuff. I don't know, if you want to do that with Kevin Porter. Again, Kevin Porter, another game where Dame doesn't play. Kevin Porter, number one, Kevin Porter Jr. doesn't start. Ryan Rollins plays 29 minutes. Kevin Porter only plays 17, which is interesting. But do you? I mean, how are you doing? Would you rather have another ball handling player in that lineup with Damian Lillard in a Kevin Porter Jr. type, a Ryan Rollins type, as William Moraine stated, or would you rather have somebody who you talk about when you go down the list of role players that I feel like I can count on? Gary Trent Jr. is at the top of the list. You gotta get Bobby Portis back, but Gary Trent Jr. is at the top of the list of like role players I can count on. I feel like I know what they're gonna do just about every night. Again, is he gonna shoot 16 every night? No, but I think he has a nice bag. Offensively, can get to his own shot. Not afraid to shoot it. Hits it open. Creates it for himself when he needs the 3 ball. Also will sit down and guard. What are we Are we still debating on whether Taurean Prince needs to be in the starting lineup? Does Doc Rivers need to make a change?
Well, here's the thing. I kind of go with who impacts the game the most when things aren't going their way, right? And that's what I want to see out of whoever gets that starting role in the playoffs, because we know how bad it's hurt us in the past of guys just missing shots and not being able to impact the game elsewhere. And where I really saw tonight, and I've been seeing it over the course of the season, but Gary Trent with 2 steals, and he's able to create some offense with his defense at times. And that's where you start to say maybe you pull him up to the starting lineup. I appreciate what he brings off of the bench, but 6 of 10, if that's going to be maybe a ceiling there, that's good enough to be in the starting lineup in the playoffs, in my opinion. So, yeah, and, Taurean Prince, I think it's kind of matchup based. Like, there are times where you think he can fit in that starting lineup, and if he's knocking down open shots, I don't like seeing him put the ball on the floor. So maybe when you talk about having a Gary Trent in the starting lineup, you get a secondary ball handler along with Dame in the backcourt. So, yeah, I would give that a look a lot more than it has been going this season. So I would go with Gary Trent, to be honest, when it comes to the starting lineup.
So I'm gonna disagree slightly. I want to keep him on the bench, and the reason why I want to keep him on the bench because I think that push that he brings in at the end of the first quarter to start the second quarter is so key to kind of catapulting us when we're playing well, because he really makes a lot of good buckets during that. However, I'm going to lean on the side of putting him in the starting lineup, or what I would like to see is shortening that hook. So if TP's in that game and he's struggling, hey, pull him a couple minutes in and put Gary Trent Jr. right in the ball game. Because, for me, it's all about finishing the game. and not starting the game, because the fourth quarter is so important to me. However, I do think when we have a guard like a Tyrese Halliburton, a Kyrie Irving, some of the quicker guards who are just basically running around TP like he's standing still, that's a better spot for where you can use a Gary Trent Jr., a Ryan Rollins. I mean, gosh, I hate to say it, but even an Ajax. I thought he played good D on SGA in that Cup Finals game, man. So I think there needs definitely be some manipulation to that starting lineup, but I'm just not sure of the right fit right now.
Yeah, no, I get to the point where sometimes I watch Torian Prince, and I just feel like there's a room where Torian Prince could start, or I wouldn't be upset with him starting. But I think it's tough when you also add a slower player like a Brook Lopez. So now it's Torian Prince and Brook Lopez, and it's almost like they're battling against each other when you have Damian Lillard, Giannis, and Kuzma out there. Your faster players almost battling against Brook Lopez and Torian Prince as far as rotations go, as far as how you get back and scramble off of other teams' ball movement. So I do think I agree with you. I think Gary Trent Jr. is the guy I really do think he should be in the starting lineup. And I think that the quick hook thing to me, almost like that's more embarrassing. Like I think there's this question of like Torian Prince as a starter shot the ball better than when he was on the bench. But I feel like that's even more embarrassing to 2 minutes. I'm taking you out once you make a mistake versus, hey, we're just going to go with a lineup change here. We're going to go with Gary Trent, and then we'll get you regular rotation minutes as they come. Yeah, I guess I would be a little bit afraid about what that may do to his confidence if I just take Torian Prince in, 2-3 minutes up. You took a bad shot. Get up out of here, dog.
Man, if we start him, we got to pay him next year, though. That's why I'm a little bit selfish with that, too.
It's true.
Well, the thing with TP is as well, like, he's so being so slow. I think you hit it on the head, Trey, with him being so slow. I mean, it's noticeable. It's noticeable against younger teams that if he is matched up with a two guard, maybe even a wing, a three, if he's not able to stay in front, then what is he good for? And especially if he's not knocking down threes. So, yeah, I think that may do something to his confidence. But at the end of the day, like, they got to realize and the Bucks players have to realize that they're there to win. So at the end of the day, whoever's going to get the minutes or whoever's going to be in the starting lineup, I know Doc has it in his best interest to get the best guys on the floor.
I will say this about Torian Prince at Baylor University. He probably had one of the best March Madness post-game interview questions of all time.
Yeah, got to rebound the ball. King says TP is a small ball four, which, you could definitely and right, and they're playing it too. So, he's definitely playing out of position a little bit. And that's why I was brought, when he was, I think he started the game the other night. Well, I would say the other night, but we were playing, I remember, I feel like we were playing Atlanta. He starts off like defending Trae Young. I'm like,
yes.
It's hard to really fault him. Like he's not playing in position. So it's tough. You know where they always playing in position at?
Curly's
Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill, Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Lakeview Boulevard out there in Pewaukee, man. Go out there to Curly's. $3 bottles and pints on national televised games. Man, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it out there at Curly's. And what are they doing on Wednesdays and Thursdays?
Bingo and trivia.
Yeah, and if you do well at Bingo Trivia, you can get Bucks tickets as well out there at Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill. Head out there, tell them the Guru sent you, tell them the Cream City Crossover sent you. Curly's sponsor of the Cream City Crossover. NYC Demon Super Chat says, man, Bucks fans are miserable. We won by 30. Kuz played great, but they mad because Bronny had a good game and because Redacted still sitting out games. Has Kuz even missed a game yet? I don't get it. NYC, hey, we on the same page. I'm with you. Got to call them Redacted or the midi sexuals as they call themselves. We'll
be clipped up.
We'll get upset. But yeah, no, man, I'm with you. I hadn't missed a game. Again, when he's in control, he's a very good player. And I think, he's got to work on the threes. I saw a stat where Kyle Kuzma, since he's been with the Bucks, He's shooting 21% on open threes. That's a problem. Teams are going to force him to hit threes in the playoffs, and he's going to have to do it. Sammy says, so Chris is available in the playoffs, right? Okay, cool. Not how it works, because again, I'm not even going to go through it, but we've been over it before. When your guys aren't available to play, that puts more tax on the body of a Giannis, who then wasn't available to play. Also, he was available to play in the playoffs. And again, we talked about this the other night, and I'm not going to be long because I want to keep moving. Some of this the other night. It's so funny. He only played one series. Chris played one series, and both his ankles was cooked. He had to get surgery on both his ankles. You think he was going to make it 2 series? You think he was going to make it 3 series? Them ankles was done. Them ankles on their last leg. If you looked up, I don't know the MRI. I don't know what they hold your ankles together by. But if it was a string, yeah, it was one string left on that one. All right, let's keep rolling. One thing I want to talk about before we get to the game balls though is the meeting, and we can talk about this a little more maybe on Saturday. Well, it'll be a late game too then too. But I wanted to, because I don't want to go too long on this. But what did you think about the meeting between Dame, Giannis, and Doc Rivers that was reported? And maybe we probably, this would be a good one to clip too, just discussion. So, but what do you think about that meeting? The fact that it was leaked to Chris Haynes, that this was not a private meeting. Clearly, that people found out about it. And then I guess my question though, and the whole thing is, apparently Doc Rivers asked, like, what do y'all want to do? There's 13 games left, Doc. What you mean you asked them what they want to do, man? Y'all don't have a plan? There are 13 games left to the playoffs, and we asking our twos, what we gonna do? That just screams. We always look at Doc Rivers post games after. You tell us what Doc Rivers says after the games, Justin. But like, what the things that I've been hearing from Damian Lillard post games have been concerning. Where he's talked about how I think I can get downhill, but we got to move the ball. This does not seem like everybody's on the same page. And again, when you're calling private meetings with 13 games to go, you're not on the same page. Because guess what? I just say this. I'll say this and let you guys go. Good teams don't call private meetings. You never heard of. You didn't hear, but hey, Joe Mazzulla, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum had to pull up and have a problem. They're not talking about that. You don't hear, hey, Kenny Atkinson, Darius Garland, and Donovan Mitchell had a private meeting. Good teams aren't doing that. So you only have private meetings when when bad things are happening. So my question to you, like, what do you make of it? Clearly it means there's a problem. But do you think this is okay? Hey, this is good. They're going to be on the up and up. They're on the pathway to working this out. Is it too late? Where are you at on these meetings that we've had?
Well, I think it's even still, that good teams don't have these meetings. It was much needed. I saw that collapse against the Golden State Warriors 2 days ago. I saw that. I saw the fact that they weren't able to score in clutch time. And it was 100% much needed. I think there is still a little bit of issues when it comes to who's running the show. How can we get these guys to be on the same page consistently every night? I think you've seen moments of it all season. At the beginning of the season, outside of the 2-8 start, I thought Dame and Giannis really had it going because nobody else was helping. But then when you start to get throughout the season and the dog days, as we talk about against some of the bad teams, why have we lost to the Memphis Grizzlies for so long? Why are we losing to the Portland Trailblazers? Why are we? It all kind of revolves around the two leaders of this team. And I think this meeting was much needed. I would not like to see another Haynes brief because it's obviously so clearly coming from Dame Lillard. Like, I don't understand why we have this NBA insider so close to our basketball team. Oh, well. But Yeah, I think it was much needed. Hopefully these guys get on the same page, and I hope Doc is allowing their input because those are two of, like we talk about all the time, two superstars in this league, and they've been around the block. So, and one of them is an NBA champion. So I think it's good that they had it. Good to get it out of the way. Good for Dame to get rest. Good for Giannis to get rest down the stretch tonight. And we'll move forward, see how it plays out.
Man, I was pretty fired up about this, man. Chris King do a good job of calming me down, man. Because I don't even think what's his boy name? Chris Haynes? Is that his name? I don't even think he knew where Milwaukee was before Dame got traded here. He never once gave a report ever on the Bucks. Even when it was, we need to get Giannis out of Milwaukee, blah, blah, blah. And man, you know I gotta quote a rapper. I gotta quote one of the best to ever do it. No. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Wayne.
Yeah.
Dame, stop talking. Shut the hell up. Why you talking? You go and you get a private meeting and you running around like a little. Swallowed it. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Stop doing this.
That might have been top of the year, man. Said I swallowed it. Jesus.
I had to, dog. Like, this ain't Portland, bro. Stop running to the media every opportunity you get. Like, bro, we're embracing you into this Bucks culture. By the way, built by Brandon Jennings, built by Michael Redd, built by Terry Cohen. You're built by Marcus Johnson, John McLaughlin. We ain't have a bunch of soft dudes in Milwaukee like that running to the media. Trey, I disagree with you when you say that there's not private meetings going on like this. I think there's private meetings going on like this at a lot of NBA clubs. Just all them dudes ain't soft enough to run to the media and have their insider dude broadcast it. Because I'm sure Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have had quite a few meetings just that their kind of personalities clash in the media and everything else like that. But you know what? They real. They don't go and they don't tell, hey, Chris Haynes, this is what we talked about, blah. And then it undermines everything that Docs does, and it makes Giannis look like a clown. Just have your meeting. Let's figure this out. Like, you want to win a championship, or you want Haynes, what is it, Haynes briefs?
Haynes briefs.
You want to drop Haynes briefs and CDs. Like, what we doing?
Okay, strong words for Damian Lillard from Justin. I ain't heard it. Tish says Dame has always been chatty. Yeah, no, man, I'm with you on the on how it gets leaked and exposed. Like, it just, some of that stuff's got to stay in house. And again, I've had some people tell me, "Oh, how do you know it's not Damian Lillard?" Listen, I don't know, but it's not a coincidence that Damian Lillard's been here for 2 years, and all of a sudden Chris Haynes has every scoop that has ever come across. Like, he's been I know Woj just retired, but Haynes got more scoops on the Bucks than Woj. He had more scoops on the Bucks than what's the other man's name? You know what I'm talking about, Sham. Yeah, he's as close to the Bucks as any national reporter has been. And, he's way closer to the Bucks than Eric Name. Eric Name don't have no sources on nothing.
And what he got over his shoulder when he do them drops?
He got the Dame. Yeah, he does have a Dame jersey, don't he? Yeah, right. So.
Coos, give us some scoops.
Coos ain't getting them light skin scoops. Nah, he got, listen, man, he Coos played well tonight, but yeah, Dame just we got to figure out a way that the Bucks issues don't get into the media. And again, it's been like that for the last 2 years, and the Bucks getting notoriously a tight-lipped organization outside of the run when they ran their mouth about the trade for your boy. Got in trouble for it. Bogdan.
They're gonna make me pull a Chris King on the chat, man. What the hell y'all arguing so much on the damn 30-point win?
It's up, man.
You talking about Giannis ain't got 10 rebounds? Giannis ain't played the fourth quarter. Come on, bro. Like, come on, all y'all better than this. Like, just take this 21-point piece and do it.
Are they better than this? I don't know.
Like the real Chris Haynes like in the chat. I'm just saying.
Let's go to Twitter where I'm sure people will not be happy about a 30-point win. At JR Horvath says, hard to gauge given the G League team they went up against tonight. Kuz was a true pro. Rollins showed we were hooping. Good to see. Great defense and rebounding from him. Giannis looks like an iPhone that needs a charge. Rough not having Bobby and Sims. At DJ underscore BOB says Rollins' ability to create turnovers on defense is more important than AJ's shooting, and he should take most of his minutes. At Clay Sun Union said, meh, so he wasn't impressed. Let's see, a couple more here. At the Wisconsin kid says, I believe in Trent Jr. Start him. Nice to see Kuzma play well, solid defense from Rollins. We did what we were supposed to do. At ULYXULY says Gary Trent needs to start. A couple more say Gary Trent needs to start. And then let's see, do one more. At Porke No Gooey says GTJ, this team can't keep hamstringing the start lineup anymore. Let Torian Prince come off the bench in a catch and shoot role. He's not the best player on the team for the role he has. So that's what we got from Twitter in a Bucks victory, 116-89. Let's go to game balls. Keep this thing rolling. Chris King, give out your game ball for the night.
Well, I'm glad I get to go first because it's very clearly Gary Trent Jr. for me. I thought just the way he's able to take over a game against an inferior team, a team that didn't have their horses, but he stepped up in big time, 6 of 10 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3, right? So, yeah, plus 28 on the night, 2 steals. It was just phenomenal to me. Really liked what I saw from Gary Trent Jr., a.k.a. let's see. AKA stunting like his daddy again. I don't even know who his daddy is.
There you go. Stunting like his daddy.
Junior,
I like
it. Junior.
Yeah. Okay. Justin, game ball.
So I'm gonna big light skin, big goose tonight.
Okay.
Love the spin move. Love the hammer. I think someone in the chat said he banged it on LeBron's son too, so that's always good. AKA, I got all my tattoos in Flint, Michigan. AKA, you a millionaire. You got to upgrade them joints, dog. They terrible.
He does like got him out of the machine.
Oh, goodness. AKA, stop getting tattoos in the basement at 12, bro. That's not it. But AKA, I ain't missed a game even with a sprained ankle out here, though.
Yeah.
AKA, y'all still arguing in the chat about a dude that had 2 ankle surgeries and he hooping on a bum ankle 20 back-to-back nights. AKA, I trust that boy in the playoffs.
Okay, trusting Kuz in the playoffs. I like it. So I'm gonna go my game ball with I thought Ryan Rollins was an impact player tonight. Impact player, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. It was 3 of 11, but I thought he played really well. He was a plus 12 on the night, only 1 turnover. Started and he held. Since y'all talking about what he did defensively, he held your boy Gabe Vincent to 9 points on 12 shots. So Ryan Rollins gets my game ball, a.k.a. 3 steals, a.k.a. swiper, no swiping, a.k.a. you know that boy know about stealing, a.k.a. don't meet me in the target, a.k.a. yeah.
Hey, when you said handsy, that's why I started laughing at the monologue because it was like right after Ryan Rollins. I was like, no.
You know it. You know it. You gotta watch him. You gotta watch Ryan Rollins at the cookout because that boy, he the one he the one to cookout. You tell, hey, he can't go into the house to use bathroom. Nah, you can't go in the house, dog. Nah.
Hey, I'm gonna teach y'all something old school from the 40s. My grandmama taught me this. All the toilet tissue gone. Ain't no toilet paper, it's toilet tissue. But old tissue. Chris King, who JT going with?
Yeah, let's go.
He go with Giannis.
He go with Giannis.
If you want to change it up, he's going with Giannis, aka Greek Freak.
AKA Greek Freak, traditional for GA. King says Kuz. Tish says game ball to Gary Trent Jr. So again, appreciate your game balls in the chat. Let's do a look around, man. Let's get up out of here. It's 150. Let's do the look around here. The NYC Demons has got to watch out if we win a championship. People gonna be losing their rings. Boy, gonna be out here taking their rings. That's messed up. Bucks win at 118-89. Pacers, another fluke win over the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, there's 2 fluke wins in a row for Indiana. Bucks still sit in 5th tonight. They are a half game over Detroit, 1 full game back over behind the Indiana Pacers. I thought they were a half game back, but okay, maybe they're still full game behind the Pacers. Yeah, because Pacers have 4. Okay, yeah, so full game back on the Pacers. Hornets beat the Knicks tonight. The Knicks are struggling. You talk about now. I know there are 13 games left, but there is an outside shot as the Knicks continue to lose. I don't know when Brunson comes back. The Knicks could drop back into that force. That would be interesting too. So I don't know. I think that 3 slot is slightly open. I don't know if the Knicks are going to continue to slide. It'll be tough. But there's an opportunity there. The Knicks might be the 4. Bulls beat the Kings 128-116. And the Warriors beat the Raptors 117-114. Steph Curry did go out of that basketball game. I don't know what happened to him, but I did hear he's going to have an MRI. Apparently, he took a hard fall. So, yeah, there's that. Looking at the tournament, appreciate everybody who jumped into the tournament and did the bracket challenge. Right now, as I look at our brackets,
a lot of game left for the Cream City crossover, fellas.
You said what?
It said it's a lot of basketball to be played for us 3 up here. That's our
yeah
sentiment.
Yeah, no, it's a lot going. We don't have anybody who has a fully correct bracket, right?
I think Twitter said there was like 0.023% out of
not.
all the brackets.
Yeah. So I don't think we have anybody who has. Yeah, because I see Maze and Brew has UC had Utah State. So yeah, I don't know. We rolling. See, hey, the Wisconsin kid is sitting in tied for first right now too. So again, a lot of there's a lot of stuff going. I mean, who named their team BBC Monster? The guy named the team BBC Monster. He said it stood for Big Black Community. That's what.
Hey yo.
He said BBC Monster. It's crazy.
Shout out to the Wisconsin kid because I saw him on Twitter predict that McNeese State upset, man. So good stuff, man. But hey, Chris King telling you, Wisconsin kid and all y'all dudes in front of him, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's just day one.
We coming.
Day one, absolutely. Anything else you guys wanted to? Oh, did you? I know you wanted to get to the Brandon Jennings calling guys out to play one-on-one. Not only did he call guys out to play one-on-one, but he also basically said that he had a better career than he just had a better career. He said he was a better player than Drew Holiday. He said Drew Holiday had a better career, but he said he was a better player. And I'll just say this, two things, and I'll let it go. One, on the guys he called out like Ty Lawson, Lou Will, some other guys, Adam Silver's got to step in. This, to me, you have found your replacement for the skills challenge. Forget the one-on-ones with the guys. They're not going to take it serious. Old head one-on-ones, Brandon Jennings will come out there All-Star Weekend with a point to prove. Skills challenge go away. Give me old school, old head one-on-ones on Saturday night. I think that is a move. I would love to see it. And they give them a little bread too. Oh, they want the bread. They out there doing podcasts. They want the extra bread. Ain't that money not coming in like it used to? They want that bread. So number one, I would love to see that happen. Old head one-on-ones. 2, I actually understood his point. I understood Brandon Jennings' point. It's a stupid argument. The argument is dumb that he had about the careers, because that's what it should be about. Who had a better career? But I do get his point. As a youth, high school, coming into the NBA, he was a better player. He had more raw talent, raw skill than Drew Holiday. His whole point was Drew Holiday developed into a better player, but Brandon Jennings, and it's not just about the 55, which everybody talks about the 55 Brandon Jennings had. Like, how many games did he play before he had 55? Was it like 10? I was just like,
and it was on Stephen and Warriors too. Yeah, it was on the bench watching.
Yeah, it was real early in his career, but that's his whole point. Was he came into the league like he was that guy. He came into the league and he had to carry a franchise on his back, take a franchise. Drew Holiday did not have to do that. Like, that is a different level of superstardom. True. I'm not saying, let me step back for superstar. That is a different level of NBA star franchise. So that's a different level of being a franchise player when you come into a team and they're saying, hey, put us on your back and carry us. And Brandon Jennings, for what's worth, he did get the Bucks to the playoffs early in his career. So, I mean, there is something to be said for that. As Brandon, so I get what he's saying. To me, it's a dumb argument when you take it all the way through, but I do understand his point.
Take it away, Justin. You got it.
Oh man, my God. So first of all, we were introduced to Brandon Jennings as Young Money, Young Buck. Shout out to Ted Davis, one of the best broadcasters ever. First of all, Brandon, you don't got to be arguing back and forth with them dudes that you was on that, whatever the hell it was you was on. You come on in here with this Cream City crossover where you got some love. Because I got my Tough Crowd shirt on tonight because Brandon is the culture. He created Bucks and 6. There's a whole line at Bucks Pro Shop right now because of him. Hey, we love Drew Holiday to death. Drew Holiday made great plays. We probably wouldn't be champions if it was not for Drew Holiday, but you cannot disregard the impact that Brandon Jennings had on the culture. He took it over from a rookie. And had Andrew Bogut have not been hurt, Jeff Teague and them boys, because he going to cook you too, Teague. You come on and get some smoke with us too. He going to cook you. Josh Smith and them boys, Al Horford, Kyle Korver, we would have beat them with a healthy Andrew Bogut. Shout out to Amari Stoudemire for that terrible foul, too. That's probably a flagrant 27. Brandon is so good, though. And I understand he doesn't have the totality that Drew Holiday has. Ty Lawson, like, boy, please stop. Like, you were cooked by my point guard at St. Augustine's College at the time. Shout out to T.O. T.O. went crazy on you. A D2 dude cooked you up when you were the number 1 team in the nation, and we went there, and we had you had more people in your arena than we had in our entire school at St. Augustine's College, and T.O. cooked him. I can't take him serious. And who's the other dude? Marcus Thornton? Yeah. Bro, you a bench player, role player at the best, man. You 2.0 AJ Green. Chill out, dog. Brandon is the culture. He's the face. That's why I posted that picture of myself with him and my 2 kids. My 2 kids, when they were babies, looked up to Jennings and looked up to Bogut. Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, like, and Brandon may not have it now because, we all get a little bit older, and I know we still think we got it. We drink a lot of that brown stuff. We smoke a lot of that green stuff. We eat a lot of them gummies, and them ligaments slow down a little bit, man. And then the fact that Father Time, but hey, Lou Will might be a tough one, though. Because Lou looked like he could still get a bucket, man. You gotta get him to get some wings before he hoop you, though. But hey, I'm gonna always rock with Brandon because Brandon was the first person that made us believe back in Milwaukee since the Terry Cummins, Marcus Johnson, Paul Pressey days. So Brandon is like, now I'm so long with this, my bad. But Michael Redd was that dude. Ray Allen was that dude. But Brandon was a dude that made us, he fit Milwaukee well because he had that chip on his shoulder, and he said it's Bucks and 6. Against a team we knew we weren't winning the game. But he said that, and I wore my Buck stuff the entire playoffs for that. Culture changer, one of the best dudes ever to come through the city of Milwaukee. I don't think, we know Giannis is what Giannis is. We know Kareem, McLaughlin, all these dudes. But like low-key for his impact on the culture, got to do something for Brandon in Milwaukee, man. Got to do something for Brandon. We wouldn't believe if it wasn't for him.
Hey, yeah, they let him ride. They had him. He had his own truck at the parade, so that's what he got. And he gets courtside whenever he wants it. So good on Brandon Jennings. Anything else you guys want to get at before we can get on out of here? It's 2 a.m. on the East Coast. Anything else you guys want to get at?
No, shout out to the Badgers for handling business. On to the next, on to BYU. This is a tough team.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, I just wish that we could have got the Friday, Sunday game because half of BYU would be missing the game on Sunday. Sorry, not sorry. Marquette got a tough one tomorrow, though, man. That point guard from New Mexico, he's a baller. Man, Chris King might need a little breakdown. I think that's what we need from the Cream City crossover podcast. We need Chris King on every day after the college joint is done, do a breakdown of it, man. Because hey, Chris got some knowledge for y'all, man.
I watched every game today. I will admit it. I watched every game.
Chris probably watched NIT as well.
I watched the Flyers and the NIT. Sadly, it's such a sad affair, but they won.
They won. Good stuff. Good stuff. Dude, this manager from McNeese is killing me. 118-89. Bucks beat the Lakers tonight. Good stuff for the Milwaukee Bucks. They finish out and get the win, easy win over the LA Lakers, a short-handed LA Lakers. But they did what they were supposed to do and got the dub. Want to appreciate everybody for joining us tonight, watching tonight. Whether you watched here, whether you watched on Twitter, we appreciated it. You could have been anywhere in the world this morning, but you decided to be here with us. And we, again, really appreciate it. If you're up right now, you might as well hit the like button. There's no reason not to. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're up with us. Follow, subscribe, tell a friend about the Cream City crossover, the best Milwaukee Bucks post-game show, best Milwaukee Bucks post-game show in all the land. I mean, I don't know how many Bucks post-game show. I don't know who else is up with you right now at 2 a.m. Doing a post-game show live, but we are. Somebody asked where JT. JT counting them sheep. He counting them sheep right now. That's all right. He in that bed counting them sheep. One thing, our sponsor tonight, Curly's Water Sports Bar Grill. Curly's out in Pewaukee, Wisconsin, Lakeview Boulevard. Get out there, enjoy yourselves, have a good time out there at Curly's. Tell them the Guru sent you. Tell them the Cream City Crossover sent you. That's Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of the Cream City Crossover. That's it. That's all I got tonight. Good win. Bucks are back at it Saturday night against the
Kings.
Sacramento Kings. They lost to the Bulls tonight. It's basically the Chicago Bulls West is who the Sacramento Kings are. So see if we can go beat them. Go ahead and let's get a win. Let's go and knock out a win. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I don't care who's in the lineup, who's out of the lineup. Go get a dub. That's it. This has been a I'm tuning. What do I usually say? This has been a
Media Group production.
This is I usually say so. I can't. I'm losing myself. This has been a Cream City Media Group production, something like that. I don't know if that's exactly what I say.
From the Crosby the third.
There you go. Go ahead, close it out.
Chris
Close
King.
it out, Chris. Close it out, Chris.
Justin.
If I am your enemy, it is only because I dare to tell you the truth. Don't take no wood nickels. Give me the rock, Trey. Pause. Go.
Give me the rock.
Hey,
Crazy.
pass me.